Wow. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UA Eats. So this is going to be the last video in Rome, unless I decide to switch the order around of the videos that I decide to post. But this is going to be the last video in Rome, and I didn't want to leave Italy until I tried like a Florence-style steak. Now I know I'm in Rome, I'm not in Florence, and you know, Rome is not really known for steak. I don't think Naples is either, but Florence really is. So this is a Florentino style of steak. This restaurant is even called Florentino. So, you know, we're not in Florence, and I'm not gonna be able to get to Florence because after Naples, I'm only there briefly, and then I'm meeting Tina in Greece for our friend's wedding. But I figured Rome is such a big city that a Florentino style steak house here should still be pretty good, should still be better than anything we can get back home in New York. So the restaurant is beautiful, and they have a nice space on the outside too. But of course, the inside is so beautiful. So hopefully you guys like my first ever experience eating Italian style steak, an Italian style steakhouse. So let's take a look at the menu. So I just want to show you the menu. This restaurant is called Girarrosto Fiorentino. I think, you know, Fiorentino just means Florentine. So, okay, I can't read any of this. It's a good sign when, like, you know, they put their Italian menu front and center. Yeah, I can't read any of this. I can kind of make out what some of this is. That's a filet mignon, I'm guessing, filetti. But then English menu here, so you know, saved. The dishes of our tradition, assorted hors d'oeuvres. Let's see, grilled and baked vegetables. It looks like cheeses and whatnot. Salami and pasta fagioli. Oh man, that's a Florentine soup? I thought pasta fagioli was like I thought that was like a Naples thing, but I could be wrong. Because you know that like Dean Martin song, like, it makes you drool just like pasta fagioli, that's amore. So, he's definitely talking about Naples in that song. So, yeah, I just made up my mind. I'm gonna get pasta fagioli. And then they got their steaks here. This is just a single steak, it says. The steak for the meat lovers, cooked as you like on the grill. And for 35 euros, that's actually pretty good. A single steak for what, like less than 40 bucks? Maybe about 40 bucks? That's actually a really reasonable price. I mean, this place would put New York out of business if they opened it with the same prices back home. Then Chateaubriand for 2 people. I think Chateaubriand is just like a whole tenderloin, like a bigger filet mignon, not sliced into filet mignons, I think. So that's a little more expensive. Okay, but it's for 2 people, so 85 euros, you know, for 2 people, that is pretty good. And then, but we're really here for the Florentine style steak. Like, it's a Florentine, they call it a T-bone, but if it's big, I'm sure it's gonna be, like for 2 people, I'm sure it's not a T-bone, it's probably a porterhouse. So basically T-bone and porterhouse, same thing. It's just that they're cut like on different parts of the cow that it comes from. So like, it's kind of like, I don't know if you can see with my hand, but that part of that muscle is like kind of like a V sort of, and like the T-bone is cut like at the more narrow end, and the wider end, the thicker end is you know, that's where the porterhouse comes from, and that's why it's big and shareable for at least 2 people, sometimes 3 or 4 if it's a, you know, big portion. So yeah, the queen of the steak, not the king, but you know, yeah, Yas queen, right? Yeah, you know, all about, you know, girl empowerment these days. Yeah, girl boss. Let's do this. A Florentine T-bone steak. Wow, 85 euros. What is that, like 90, 95 bucks? So less than 50 bucks a person for, you know, big old like porterhouse steak. That's a great deal. That's, oh my goodness, like, I don't know if maybe I should just come to Italy just to eat steak from now on. And then more hors d'oeuvres here. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but they got pastas here, like a lot of your Roman style pastas, it looks like. Yeah, veal chops. Oh, escalope. I thought that said escargot, but they got lamb chops, liver. Honestly, these are extremely reasonable prices. I wonder if this is, I wonder if maybe steak is just cheaper in Italy? I don't know, like maybe, I don't know, maybe there's just a higher supply or it's easier to get or something. This is great. And then vegetables. Okay, the vegetables don't look too different from a New York style steakhouse. And then some cheeses and beverages, and yeah, that will be it. So let's order, and hopefully you guys can hear me because it's not too loud in here. There's no background music in the restaurant either, so keeping my voice down so I don't bother other people. And on top of that, apologies about my t-shirt. It's very casual. My one nicer shirt is in the wash, and my other shirt, I can't risk getting it dirty so soon before the wedding in Greece. So But it's okay. I mean, everyone else is like a tourist in here so far, so they all look like me. So anyways, let's order. Sparkling, yes. I think I know what I want also. I'll do, I know this is for 2 people, but I want to try it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll do the T-bone steak, yes. And that's cooked rare, is that correct?
You know something for side dishes beside that?
Oh, okay. Pasta fagioli.
To start that, to start.
Yes.
To start, okay.
But whatever's ready can come.
Okay, we have to lose.
All right, can't wait. It's gonna be pretty good. I can just tell, and the price is not bad. All right, so they brought some complimentary bread. I was wondering if this would be included. Some free bread. Hopefully it's free. I hear that sometimes in Europe, they'll give you free bread and then you won't realize until you get your bill that it's actually not free. But hey, you know, let's try it regardless. I mean, it'll only be a few euros at most, even if it's not free. So, it's all charred and crispy. So the bread, if I can be honest, is only okay. I mean, it doesn't really taste like anything. It kind of just tastes like burnt, to be honest. Like you taste the char and it's really crispy. But to be honest, like, I don't know, there's not much else to it besides crispiness, if I can be honest. Like the dough itself doesn't have much flavor. There's not really any softness on the inside to contrast the crispiness. It pretty much just tastes like slightly burnt toast, if I can be honest. But it's okay. I mean, it was free, so. While we wait, I want to talk a little bit about Florence-style steak with you guys. So, you know, it's not going to be exactly like New York-style steak. It's going to be different in that the thing that makes it different is that here, they like their steak rare. Either rare, like the way you think of rare back home, or like blue rare. Like if you've never heard of blue steak before, that's like more rare than rare. Like that's like pretty much like it's like pretty much raw on the inside, except for like the, you know, a little bit of searing on the outside. And then like they cook over the charcoal to give it flavor. That's also another aspect of the Florence-style steak. And I think like the most iconic one is also, like I said, the T-bone slash the porterhouse. So I'm excited to try this. I wish I could have done it in Florence, but hopefully a good one. This restaurant's pretty well reviewed here in Rome, so hopefully it'll be well represented. Oh, thank you so much. Wonderful. Excuse me, what is everyone eating there? That's like cheese and
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes? Can I get one too? Okay. Thank you. Everyone's getting that. It looks good. Thank you. When in Rome, right? Because everybody's getting that, so they must know something I don't. So, all right. So this is the pasta fagioli, and yeah, beans and pasta, and this is like such an amazing comfort food, you know, back home, and hopefully it'll be good here too. Oh my goodness, look at this! Chock full of beans. Not as much pasta as I would be accustomed to, but more beans is probably better. So, let's give this a try. Oh, it's nice. I like that a lot. The beans just taste like normal beans, to be honest, and you know, but they're not too mushy. You know, they've got like a little bit of crunch to them, but you know, otherwise they just taste like normal beans. But they taste very fresh. And the noodles, like the pasta on the inside, it's al dente. Like I feel like usually when I have a pasta fagioli back home, like the noodles are more soft, and I kind of like them that way. Like it's a nice contrast to the beans. But in this case, they're like kind of like al dente, and they provide like a crunch that kind of. Oh, thank you so much. All right, these noodles are like al dente, and like it provides like a bigger crunch that pairs really nicely with the softer beans. So, oh, and also on top of that, this is a nice thick soup too. It's thick, like it's really I feel like pasta fagiolis that I've had tend to be more tomato-y. This one's more so like flavored from the beans, and it's more savory and yeah, almost a little meaty, if that makes sense, like in taste. So almost like a thin gravy. So.
Io sento malissimo, sento. Just a moment, please.
Oh, now? Oh, thank you. Oh, really? Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Fiorentina. C'è San Germain, quello serve per fare lo yogurt fritto. Ma che fare? Mi piace una cosa.
Wow. Wow, thank you. Oh, look at that! Look at that charcoal grill too. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. Wow, can't wait. That looks great. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. That was really nice of them. I did not expect that. I think they caught me like trying to get some footage of the kitchen, and I think they were a little upset at first. But then they changed their mind. They decided to just let me, film their whole process. Both, hand cutting the steaks, and the guy makes it look so easy. Like he's like I don't know, like. Makes me almost wonder if he was like an executioner in a past life. Like he makes it look so easy, and I don't know, like. Could rival Salt Bay with those knife skills, and then seeing my steak being prepared on that charcoal grill. I wish I used my better phone to record that, but I didn't want to. This is the one that I was using, so that was really cool. Anyways, I'm excited to eat it. Let's try this other dish though. I saw everyone getting this except me. So mozzarella, and tomatoes. To be honest, I usually don't like raw tomatoes much, to be honest, but everyone's getting it, so when in Rome, right? All right. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, I really liked this pasta fagioli, but I see now that I was an idiot not to order this. It's so good. This is hands down one of the best mozzarellas, fresh mozzarella I've had in my entire life. It is so good. Like it is so, the texture of it's incredible. It's like a little bouncy, but not too chewy, not too rubbery. It's a little bouncy and it just tastes so fresh. Like there's like a milky flavor to it. It's almost a little juicy. It is incredible. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh, wow. So, like I said, I don't usually like raw tomatoes much, but just me. But let me try a bite with the tomato. All right, now I got a little bit for one forkful.
What do you like?
Okay. Okay, I mean, the tomatoes are very fresh, but they're still tomatoes. They're still just raw tomatoes, and like I said, I'm just being upfront about my personal taste. I'm just personally not a big fan of raw tomatoes, but they're very fresh. They're very juicy, so I like that. And really, this mozzarella is. This is incredible. I'm going to be thinking about this mozzarella for a really long time, and when I go to Naples tomorrow, I wonder if like the mozzarella there is going to be better than this, and I can't even imagine that. If so, great meal. So, and the steak is yet to come. So, oh. Wow. Underrated too. The olive oil is also really good. That makes a big difference. This is really good olive oil. So.
The fork, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Whoa, look at this. Wow. Oh my goodness. This was what, like, just 80 or so euros? So 90 or so dollars for what is this? This is humongous. Look at how big this steak is. Look, this is the steak knife. Look, this is my hand. Look, this is the cup. Just look at the scale. This is the fork. This is what, like, this has got to be like 40 ounces or more, because it's not just big, it's thick too. It's got some charred fat on the outside. Looks like it's not completely rendered. Nice char on the outside, a little bit of crust, a little bit of sear. A little bit uneven, the sear there, but you know, they got some spots they're missing in some spots, but looking pretty good. Just look at how tender this looks, and it's so big. I don't know if I can check the bottom. Yeah, they got a sear on the bottom too. They got char on the bottom too. Oh my goodness. So let's give this a try. Has Italy become my new favorite country for steak? Holy smokes. I mean, Italians, let me know if this price is normal or if it's a good deal, if it's a bad deal. Let me know. This is, in New York, this is just absolutely insane. Like, this is literally one of the biggest steaks, this is literally the biggest steak I've ever seen in my whole life. Okay, it's hard to cut. I think it's because it's so rare. So bear with me, it's so rare that I think it's just hard to cut. But it's okay, I'll try to keep an open mind as I chew this. Okay, let's take a look. Is that rare? I actually don't think that's super rare at all. I think that's more like a medium rare. Yeah, I don't think that's rare at all. Maybe even closer to medium in some parts. Wow, I mean, maybe it's just unevenly cooked. Maybe they just need to upgrade their knives. Seems a little tough. Let me cut into smaller pieces. All right. Very, very interesting. It's definitely getting more crowded, so I'm gonna raise my voice low. I think I can afford to. Very, very interesting. Let me break it down. It's definitely gonna be different than the American steakhouse, so maybe set expectations here. I knew some things to expect, but I think a lot of it is just completely different, so I'm gonna chalk it up to just different styles and different cultures. You know, it's prepared wonderfully, I think. Like, you know, got like a char across it, got a crust, got a sear, on both sides as well. It's just humongous. I mean, this is a huge steak. I mean, this is, you know, absurd, like how big this steak is. And I was expecting it to be more rare, but I really thought at least the piece that I ate was not too rare. It might also be lacking a little bit in marbling. Like, you know, if it's fatty, that also helps to make it more tender because the fat will melt and, like, you know, like moisturize the meat while it cooks. But I think it also tastes rather lean in many ways. And, you know, maybe this is just how they like it in Italy, but yeah, it's rather lean, I feel like. And also, I think it kind of has like a slight sour taste, like a little bit gamey. So I think it's probably grass-fed beef. You know, personally, I like corn-fed the most because I think corn-fed leads to more marbling, leads to a fattier, juicier steak. But, you know, some people like grass-fed, you know, whether for ethical reasons or for, you know, they like the taste, and maybe they like the more natural taste. And also, I think because it's less fatty, it can be healthier, even if it doesn't taste as good, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I think it's grass-fed just the way it tastes. And so yeah, I mean, like I said, it's prepared wonderfully. The size is great, the price is great, but I think this is really just comes down to like Italian style versus, you know, American style, New York style. So some people told me though to expect the seasoning to not quite be enough, but I actually don't think it's necessarily lacking in salt. Let's try the filet mignon half, because if you guys don't know, a porterhouse is one half is filet mignon and the other half is New York strip. So let's try the filet mignon half. See if this half is a little more tender. Yeah, it's already a little easier to cut, a little. Yeah, and this half is definitely not rare. It's more like a medium well, I think. I hope they didn't overcook this for me on purpose, you know, thinking that I'm an American and, you know, just assuming that I wouldn't want it that rare. I hope that's not what happened. So let's give this a try. All right, filet mignon. Oh, that's tender. I actually just really like the filet mignon half. I think this half, like, it's very chewy, and I like some things about it. Like, the beef flavor tastes good too, but it was just so chewy that it was a little hard for me to get past that aspect, just how chewy it was. But this filet mignon half, it's so tender, you know, like it really, really comes apart in your mouth more, so you can focus on what's good as opposed to what's lacking. I didn't like that it was a little dry and overcooked, but what I did like was that, you know, you really taste the, when it's not so chewy, you taste the charcoal flavor more, the flavor from the charcoal more. So really, really good. And now let's try some of the seared fat, just a bite of it. All right, we'll try this before we share our final thoughts. Oh. Oh. Incredible. Let me break it down. I mean, what's not to like? I mean, it's seared fat. Like, it's crispy, fatty, and delicious, and it's just incredible. I mean, okay, like, I guess maybe it's not, maybe they caramelized this fat, but maybe it's not completely rendered down. So yeah, it is a little chewy, I guess, but just the raw flavor of this fat is just incredible. Like, maybe if it were a little bit more melted, it would be perfect, but it's great, and oh my goodness, I mean, like this steak they're using, this beef they're using, like, they got so many great things going for it in terms of just the natural flavor of the steak. And yeah, they're really just bringing out, I guess, you know, what's naturally good about it. I mean, you know, I guess maybe it's just a different taste, different cultural opinion about like grass-fed versus corn-fed or whatnot. But this was a great experience, and wow, I'm so lucky I got to try this. So we're gonna share final thoughts outside after we eat a little bit more. All right, guys, so that was a great meal. I mean, that was a great experience. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do a steak, you know, here in Italy, here in Rome before I left Rome. You know, I felt like, I don't know, like, you know, I guess Rome isn't really specifically known for steak, although other parts of Italy are, specifically Florence. But, you know, I heard about this Florentine-style steakhouse, so I figured I wanted to try it, and I also wanted to show you guys, since I figured a lot of you guys would be curious about it. But let me show you the receipt real quick. Sorry, it's a little crumpled up. You know, I was holding it in my hand, and I have a bad habit of like crumpling up paper when it's in my hand. But yeah, it looks like I was right. The bread was not free. The bread was €3, so it's okay. I kind of figured that was the case. I don't know, I guess I could have told them I didn't want it, but it is what it is. Yeah, the pasta fagioli soup, €16. The water also was not free, but that's okay. The water was like a bottled water. It was like a San Pellegrino, so that was €3. But look at the steak. The steak for two, the absolutely humongous porterhouse steak, the biggest steak I've ever seen in my entire life, was €85. So, oh my goodness. I mean, what is that, like, you know, like less than 50 bucks a person, maybe like 40 or maybe like 45 or so bucks a person, US dollars. Wow. I mean, sure, it wasn't cheap, but to be honest, this is often how much I spend in my steakhouse videos just for food for me, you know, just for like a single portion of steak and a few sides. But this was like €85, you know, 90 or 95 bucks for a humongous portion that could not only feed two, but could honestly probably easily feed 4 people. Wow. So, and I also do want to clarify too that as I ate it, you know, I think I got a little less lucky because I think my initial bite was less evenly cooked. Like, it was more of a medium rare, I felt like, than a rare. But as I ate it and I ate the rare parts, oh, those rare parts were more tender, more juicy, and now I see that like this style of steak just needs to be served rare. I don't necessarily completely blame them that it was cooked unevenly because it was just so big. I mean, how could you possibly cook such a big piece of meat evenly, especially with a huge bone in the middle? You know, I mean, porterhouses and T-bones are already hard to cook enough as is without being like humongous, like, you know, dinosaur steaks or something. Honestly, guys, I wish I could have went to Florence, you know, to eat this Florence-style steakhouse. You know, Florentine, I think is the word, right? To eat like Florentine-style food, you know, at the source, a Florentine steakhouse at the source. But honestly, I'm glad I was able to try a really, really well-regarded and considered a very authentic Florentine steakhouse here in Rome. You know, I figured in Rome, of all places, they would have a pretty good representation of it. You know, definitely much better than what would be back home in New York. I mean, back home, that would literally be like a, I don't know, like a $500 meal for sure. With that much meat, are you kidding me? You know, especially if you slap on some bouginess, like, ooh, authentic Florentine steakhouse, you know? So honestly, guys, that was an incredible experience. One of my favorite meals in Italy so far, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching it because I enjoyed making this video. I really enjoyed making this video. So anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video though, so thank you so much for watching. And have you had Florentine steak before, and what do you think of it? And you know, what would you recommend me eat in Italy in general? I mean, I guess I'm going to Naples soon, but what are your favorite Italian eats? Just let me know in the comments, because great minds eat alike. And as always, if you like my vids, like and subscribe. That way you stay up to date whenever I post another video. So, well, let's walk off that feast now and then go home and enjoy our amazing steak achievement. So until next time, I'll see you later.